want, and I'm very excited to be able to introduce a gentleman to you that I have not known for that long, but I have developed a very special fondness for this person, not only for their professionalism and the way they carry themselves, and of course their incredible track record, but just how I interact with them on a frequent basis, and I think the thoughtfulness and the passion that they put into obviously everything they do. And fortunately, we've been blessed to see them start to put some of that passion and incredible skill set to work within the CFX environment. And that individual is Jojar. Now, some of you have had an opportunity to be perhaps in presentations where he's spoken in the past. Some of you, this may be the very first time you're having the opportunity to meet him indirectly. So with great pleasure, I have the opportunity of introducing Jojar to you. Jojar, are you here?
I am here. Thanks, John. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. Great. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, where everybody is. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And John, as always, your presentations I always learn something new. I know I'm not on them all the time, but thank you for having me. So, my journey started with CFX. I first looked at CFX over a year ago on something else that I was working on, and I didn't sign up. But this year, so last year, just so that anybody doesn't know, we as a company or as an individual, we fed 1.1 million people during the pandemic in the UK. And this year we're going to mentor 1 billion people globally. And one of the platforms I want to test, and we are testing, and it's working for us, is CFX. And the reason why I think it's important you do your research, but I like CFX a lot. It does exactly what they're supposed to do. No major issues for me at the moment, no sort of bumps in the road. I'm a very impatient man, but they, Waskar, the CEO, and John Kinnear are very, I commend them for the work they've done and they showed me. But the reason why I want to sort of jump on very quickly before I let you guys crack on with the presentation is, this is something very, very new, and the banks and everyone criticizes new schemes, and they say it's a Ponzi scheme and it's a pyramid scheme. For the record, my own organization is a pyramid, i.e., I'm the chairman, I'm the CEO. I have a board of directors, they're underneath me. I have heads of department, they're underneath them, and they've got workers underneath them. Every organization, by the way, is a pyramid. There's no issue with that. The bit which obviously people will talk about is it a Ponzi scheme? Well, if it is, it's a pretty crappy one, because the returns, I've looked at my returns in the last few days. I've made more money in the last few days with Bitcoin going down than in the last few weeks. So again, they're very transparent in the right areas, quite rightly. The offices are going to be open in Panama. I sent somebody to Panama, checked them out last year, and it was fine. There's nothing to worry about them. My lawyers have done their due diligence, but the key is, this is something very different to what the banks, my bank at HSBC gives me less than 0.1% a year. Well, I make 1% a day on my money, so I'm more than happy. But the last thing I would say is, work with your sponsor. CFX and MLM is the best paid, hardest work, the worst paid, easiest work. You will make money. You will make money if you try hard and work hard. But don't give up. It is a hard graft sometimes, but then again, what isn't these days? And John and Waskar and your guys like Richard Maud and Brian Chittick and Roy and those guys, they are good peeps. Listen to them. Go on these, feed your mind. I always say to people, feed your mind. Get on more presentations. The more information you know about CFX, don't sit on the fence. Just don't. Just take the jump. Take a leap of faith. And I promise you will do well if you work hard. But that's the only thing I want to say. John, is there anything else you want to ask me in particular?
Yeah, I'd love to take advantage of it, because this is the first chance we've had to get you on one of these presentations, and
yes.
Actually this was sort of a last minute thing. So I'm thrilled for the 100 and some people that are here. I know that many thousands more would love to be here. So one of the things that I know that you're doing is you have a very significant mission that you're focused on right now, and I know you're putting a lot of your
Yes.
resources and time and energy into that mission.
Yes.
Do you want
Yes.
to talk about it just a tiny
Yes. Yeah, sure. So one of the things I want to do is my purpose in life and my why is I want to cure the brain disease, i.e., Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, multiple sclerosis. Because my father passed away of Parkinson's and mom's got dementia, so I want to do something, but I can't do it on my own. So what I've done is, we always go to the gym, we always train the neck down, not the neck up, and especially with COVID-19. So what I've launched is a 99p per month mentoring program. It's the Impacting Billion Lives program. I'll send you a link. Well, John can, if you don't mind, John.
No,
on the
please
chat.
drop it right in the chat.
Fine. All right, cool. But the whole idea really is just come on board. It's for 99p. I mean, I've subsidized it myself. And the idea is, one of the things that you're going to find when you try and sign up with CFX, the first thing people do is Google everything. And my advice is, fine, Google things, but do invest, even if you're coming at $300, just watch what happens. And that's all I can tell you. My pitch is CFX is very easy. Is what do you make per year on your savings? It's probably 0.11% if you're lucky. With CFX, you're making 20-25% a month. And banks are scared because someone's got to pay for those big offices, those company cars, those big lunches. What Wascar has done with John and his team is supplied all the secret sauce to us so we can benefit from it. So of course people are going to start trolling and saying negative things. But like my mum always says, dogs will always bark. And work as a team. We are stronger together but weaker apart. And the stuff that John does with his team and Ron Pope and all the guys in head office is phenomenal. It really is, and I can't speak enough. Crypto is going to be here forever, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's not going to go. So you're making money on your CFX, and also you're making money on I'm making money on my crypto as well.
Now, Jojar, I know that it's probably no surprise to anyone that knows your name that you've been fortunate enough through hard work and tenacity to bring the value of your companies combined to more than $1 billion.
So we did. I mean, last year's turnover was 23.3 billion as a total group. 47 companies in the group, ranging from oil, gas, upstream, downstream, technology, media, telco, real estate, crypto, and so we're always looking for new ideas. But the one thing you got to understand, guys, is you really need a passive income, i.e., when you're eating, sleeping, doing whatever you guys are doing. And the good thing with CFX is it really is, once you get the momentum, just look at CFX like a little snowball at the top of the mountain. You got to give a massive push down. And once you've pushed it down, just watch what happens. That momentum will build and build and build. And then you will be, I know some guys that are earning, crazy money, 100, 200, 300 grand a week on some of the stuff that I see. And long may it continue. But just the key for me really is understand it, but take the leap of faith, and you're in good hands. Like that I promise you.
The reason I wanted to bring up the significant success that you managed to create with all of your companies, is that I can only imagine that there are more learning lessons in a journey like that than you could possibly write in a book.
Yes.
Good experiences,
100%.
bad experiences, opportunities to learn everywhere.
Yes.
And I would also assume that many of the lessons that relate to one's entrepreneurial journey would be part of your mentoring program.
Yes. So one of the things that we are encouraging people is, when you get the no's, it's hard. You know what I mean? Anything, I still do my cold calls every week, and just to make sure I don't lose my magic touch, but it really is soul destroying. And one thing I love about the whole CFX family, which I've said this to Oscar before and to you, John, is that there's so much support there. There's never a day where you feel on your own. And that's really fundamental, especially what's happening today in the world of Corona and post-Corona. You need a family around you. There'll be days where you don't want to wake up in the morning, but I promise you, if you're self-employed, or if you need a second income, the great thing about the way CFX, the e-learning side of the business, which everyone knows is a $350 billion industry in the next couple of years, it's a really, really good way of being. I call it getting a McDonald's franchise at $300. The guys at the top will help the guys at the bottom to gain to the top. So that's why I like using it all the time.
Well, and if this is your very first step, not you, of course, if this is one's very first step in entrepreneurship, this is not only a wonderful opportunity to take a very simple system to build upon, but now they also have an opportunity for very, very little money to actually have an opportunity for you to mentor them.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, we just said, look, and everyone can afford 99p a month. So it's a no-brainer, and the idea is it's very difficult to say no. We want to give as much back. I'm not going to take anything with me, and that's why we fed over 1 million people last year, 1.1 million people, and it was really good. It was it's rewarding to give back and not receive anything. It's just part of my sort of DNA and part of my faith as well. But more importantly, it's good to be good, and it's nice to be nice. And I think when you help somebody to, I've had people in my downline that said, look, Jojar, without you, we would not be here today. We wouldn't, I've had some very, very, very hard conversations with people that said, look, we can't thank you enough. And for me, if I can do that and achieve that, my job is done. And I don't want to stop at 1 billion, John. I want to do as many as I can. But once you get the momentum going, and once you get the right people on board, it is so rewarding. It is amazing what we can achieve together.
I absolutely agree with you, and I think it's very exciting that individuals that have an opportunity to learn from you through this journey of entrepreneurial exploration. So I appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedule.
No problem. Brilliant. Thanks for everybody's time, and I wish you guys all the very best. And well done, John, and keep up the great work you always do.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Jojar Dhinsa, mate. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, and you can please feel free to drop in there when you have an opportunity.
Yes, I will do. All right, mate.